Wonder how long we're gonna be hanging out here. Hopefully not another episode's worth of reading books.
Lord Pendleton are in the courtyard. I expect they'll want to congratulate you.
Like how we always come in like beautiful daylight. Oh. Why does it sound like gunshots?
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo, thank you. My uncle's a good man, and one day he'll prove it. Here. I know you did this for the right reasons, but I want you to take this as a reward. It's an old heirloom one of my aunts gave me.
That looked like it's a... Oh, coin. Never mind. I thought it was going to be something more exciting. So I'm glad that did work out, because I was still a little unsure. I think what happened was... After I knocked out the Overseer, I think her, uncle freaked out, and then I think the guards thought that he did it. Because I think it's worked in this way that, like, switching the poisons would have worked. Where, like, if the Overseer drank the poison, he would have died. And then, like, the guards would have been like, oh my god, he killed him. And then they, like, chased after him. And for whatever reason, they were so focused on him, they didn't care about me. I think that's what happened. It was still very funny. Anyways, outside of that, I learned that there was a bit of a problem with the heart. Turns out the heart does actually vocalize, but because I'm playing on PlayStation, it only vocalizes through the controller. And most of the time, when games do that, if you turn off the controller volume, the volume itself will just go towards the actual, like, television or whatever. This doesn't do that, which sucks, but I turned on my controller volume so you can hear it, so here you go. Very cool. So I'm gonna have to basically just hold up the controller to the microphone for you to hear that. Additionally, using I'm probably gonna have to hold it up to the thing again. Using any magic, you kind of hear some of it from the controller as well. It's very minimum, and it kind of just sounds like it's like random magic words. But yeah, so that kind of sucks, but we'll deal with it. Maxed out that volume on the controller. I forgot the controller even does that kind of stuff.
They're all corrupt. If this is going to work, we have to
Hey, everyone.
the Lord regions and all.
Sailors tell tales of monsters far out to sea. But I'll tell you, there's strange things in this river no one talks
And I
about.
must find a girl.
Lights in the water, late at night. I've seen faces, too.
Being there when her mother was killed.
So additionally, I wanted to mention, got distracted by Samuel, is the, I believe the heart is,
There is something to you, isn't there? You went and spanked the High Overseer in his own house. I hope the tools I designed for you function to your satisfaction. The fact that I am standing here and talking to you affirms that this is true, in several ways.
dude decided to have a conversation with me, like, feet apart. Let's talk
Can I
real
be
quick.
of service to you?
Upgrade you got. Wow, blueprints activated. So what was I saying? The heart, I believe it's the same voice actress as the Empress, which the outsider kind of implied that, like, someone needed to be used for the heart, which is a little macabre in a way. We'll buy another optic. I wanted to buy volt capacity. trying to think. Would I want any of these more? I bought this before, right? Didn't I? Didn't I? It seemed like it worked well enough. We had plenty of money, so... More bolt capacity. Obviously, bone charm capacity is going to be... useful. I don't think there's much... Maybe I should hold on in case we find another shop in a level. Don't know how much accuracy is going to matter. I almost feel like range is the better option here. These are all just used. That's fine. We'll get more range. Oh, especially if it's the only upgrade we get there. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it at that. That's fine. So like a normal thing? Do you have anything to say about the portal? Terrific.
The serum is not a simple formula. It reacts to a wide variety of variables: light, temperature, turbulence. I can see that Sokolov's mixture has a more predictable nature.
I think all those books I've read before. This is probably new.
The inspiration is coming faster. My mind works faster at night than it does during the day. I'm being swept away, and I can no longer tell if it's genius or madness.
Brain fever.
When Corvo arrived, he brought some force from the void with him. Or perhaps I'm more brilliant than I even supposed.
I think our fun little heart mentioned that, Hero had... What's a screw up like that? I'm sorry, I got distracted by that. Piero has, visions of the outsider at night, I think, right? I think we saw that. Let's just go talk to these freaks. What are y'all doing out here?
You did it. Somehow you took down the High Overseer Campbell against the odds. I knew you were our man, Corvo. With Campbell gone, we've hurt the Lord Regent immeasurably. And with Martin back, we'll have the finest strategist alive.
The Lord Regent must be shitting himself in Dunwall Tower.
Yes, and Campbell's journal, let's not forget. Our hope is that in these encoded pages, the location and condition of Emily Kaldwin can be discovered. Our entire movement will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding Emily somewhere, waiting to reveal her, to step out as the hero and further cement his regency.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the High Overseer's journal and share them with you later.
Not just yet. There are other things. Allow me to explore. I think mainly we just want to watch out for, Also, I kind of forgot that I could have, possessed the dogs. Oh, we've read that already. Would have at least helped me with...
You know, I expected a rough around the edges military man, like the Admiral. You're actually a gentleman.
Thanks, The controller also makes noises when I do this. It's just so extra. Like, I don't like the controller noises. It's kind of like a fun enough gimmick, like the first time you play a game with it. And I can kind of understand why you would do it with the heart, like you're holding it. But everything else is a little extra, you know? I may end up...
We'll have to find Emily soon. With Campbell out of play, they're likely to move her.
That's great, dude. I may end up still turning off the controller sounds. Just because it's so, it's just so much. I have 2 ruins. 8 ruins. Oh, that makes sense. I kind of want to have my jump height increased, honestly. Stop time just sounds so fun, but let's actually just do this. At level 2, you can sprint much faster, but now I can jump higher. I love that there's actually an icon for this. Wow, I really am jumping higher. It's like a double jump. That is so weird. That's not what I expected from it. Ugh. The noise is kind of killing me. I think the biggest thing we're going to have to check every time we come back here is going to just be the audio logs. Finding my way to the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working, a large needle moving in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns. Knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face toward me. Resting the needle in his flesh with a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Spooky. Oh no. I think we read this one. Wrong for me to be here, as I've proven I've developed an affinity for you and your family. I think we read this one. I know we read something like this. I just kind of don't remember if that's the same exact thing. There's too many books. Notes are fine. Books, who has time to read? Me, apparently.
Do you mean to tell me you don't know how to curtsy properly?
Please, sir. I was never in service with the noble.
That's not an excuse. You need to learn proper decorum. The Hound Pits has seen a few lords and ladies in its day.
If they were here, I expect they didn't want to be recognized, sir.
Never mind that. Lord Pendleton ought to be shown the respect he deserves. He doesn't require it, but he notices.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
But even so, have you forgotten we may soon be guarding a future Empress? You will be in the presence of the most important person in the entire known world, and you don't know how to curtsy.
But she's just a child. And she's not even here. No one knows where she is.
Well, our masters are just the people to find her, I'll have you know. Please learn your manners before then.
I was walking down the stairs. I didn't hear anything. Yo, what up, girl?
Sometimes I wonder if the plague is just going to go on and on and on and kill everyone ever, and it's the end of the world. Think of that.
What do you want me to do about that?
Welcome back, Master Corvo.
Didn't we already
Welcome
talk?
back, Master Corvo.
You already said that. Do you ever think just everything's gonna continue to get worse and worse and worse, and we just have to kind of deal with that? Yes, I do. Wanted to have a nice conversation. God. Again, you know, like last time I was over here drowning. Imagine, like, your whole plan revolves around Master Corvo being the cool stealth assassin guy that didn't actually kill anyone. And he's just pillaging for small coins that are left behind. I didn't really bring that up because our foray into the Overseer's place was a bit of a farce. That was my bad. But basically every assassination target is going to have a technically non-lethal option. For this instance, it was the branding, which more or less is just like a worse fate for these people instead of killing them, as we'll see. But again, I didn't really go into much detail with it. Chaos isn't really a morality system. It's more so just here's the what causes less like civil rest. This rest is the right word. What causes more chaos? Which, like, yeah, killing people will cause chaos, and the idea too is like the whole plague situation would lead to more chaos, because like if you leave a dead body around, guess what? There's going to be more plague rats looking around. So like that's kind of where the like don't kill people thing comes into play. Log entry 2. Well, it seems that we have invested in the right man with Corvo. Not only did he free Martin from the office of the High Overseer, but he went into that Viper's Nest and sorted out Campbell personally. With Corvo in our company, I suspect there is no one in the world we cannot touch. We are now committed to this path. There is no turning back. Havelock login. Oh, we get both of them. That's nice. So we could, if we miss one, we can still read it.
Corvo's proved his abilities beyond question. It's not anyone who can walk into Holger Square and put down the High Overseer. And now we're faced with the question.
Oops. I wanted to play with the bottle.
Corvo's proved his abilities beyond question. It's not anyone who can walk into Holger Square and put down the High Overseer. And now we're faced with the question. Could he be dangerous? Events are going to move quickly now. The storm's rising.
Oh, he's too good at his job. He might be a bit of a danger. I feel like he should know very specifically what Corvo wants.
My father served in the field under General Alfred Pendleton, where he took the wound that crippled him. I hope I will do no less if called upon. Until then, well, there is plenty of silver to polish.
Oh, can I steal some of that silver? I was hoping there was a plate down there again. Oh, what's with this note? Pendleton's family crisis. Cousin Anna, Morgan, and Custis continue to resist my efforts and are no longer responding to my letters. The servants tell me they've been absent from the manor for some weeks. My brothers have always been arrogant, utterly convinced of their own certainty. They don't really give two figs for anyone else in the world, unless they want something and can't take it outright. But that disagreement over the upcoming parliamentary vote has reached a crisis point. Up till now, the Lord Regent has been somewhat restrained in his authority, at least where the holding of the gentry have been concerned. If Morgan and Curtis vote in his favor, the law will be changed and we will all be at risk. Aristocracy, or not. I don't know why that really just stopped my brain from working there. I implore you, if you know where they are, to speak with them. Lord Trevor Pendleton.
Memoir, Chapter 28. Waverly, Waverly, Waverly. The very name sweeps one away. She came into our cold marble hall and brought light and warmth. She changed our lives forever. It was only later I realized she was a traitorous little weasel, like all the Boyles.
Okay.
Size of his neighbors. To the overseers.
That doesn't sound great. Are you sure?
After a long day.
For my master's sake, I do hope a finer vintage becomes available.
Whatever you say, bro. Wait a minute.
She hides her hands. All is scarf.
They don't look hidden.
They stood in a circle by the hands. Stood to form their alliance. Just as it touched the flames.
I want like one more thing from you.
She fears the abbey.
Okay. Let's move on. I think that's fine. There's a good chance there's like more stuff I'm probably missing all around. Like medicinals. Double jump.
Welcome back, Master Corvo.
Okay. I haven't really talked to you.
The Admiral was right in recruiting you. Nothing's been the same since the Lord Regent took power. But at least Campbell's gone and my uncle lived.
Well, of course you think that he was right to recruit me since I helped you out. God, honestly, I don't even know how to get to my room proper. I'm going to just climb this. Double jump will help us. I have the extreme jump now. I will say one last little bit of reading before we try to actually move on. I want to kind of, slip in one of these books every once in a while. And I think this one was about granny rags, so why not? We also have a new bone charm slot. Drop assassinating, drinking from fountains, recharge a small amount of health. Swords faster. Power effects slightly improved. I mean, that sounds good. Everything else is weird. I don't get what white rats... Because, like, I think rats mainly just attack in hordes, or whatever you would call it. It's a weird one. Shot whiskey bottles explode with greater... Not as explosive damage when sword fights better. I'm sure water ones are good. Voyeurism is... Probably should just get rid of it. Breaking glass sound is moderately reduced. Enemies miss more often with arrows and bolts. Okay, yeah, let's not worry about that. The void one is... technically from this stuff, but... The Royal Spy... Slackjaw. Yeah, we'll read... I think that's all we have are those ones, right? Because we read... the one who was here. Yeah, let's read about Granny Rags. Rambling of street denizens. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first two are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera Moray, everyone would say. Your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Better even, your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. Well, with that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said. And he was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. My husband and I weren't always at home. No, we traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even all the way to the red cliffs of Pandacia. to dig in the rocks and crawl through the caves, holding up candles and squinting at the walls. Many precious things we came upon, but none as precious as the boy with the black eyes, dearie. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. I brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband, then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. All the time he came back with new bones for me, holding them up so I could see it in his eyes, even though his tongue was still. Granny, his eyes would say to me, carve these bones for me. Make me another present. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now. My little mute boy and his shiny, shiny sword. The royal headsman. Better bones were what I needed, you see. Better bones to carve and polish, scrape and gleam. My dear old husband was always tired. I made him soup and then he was sick. Better bones was all for my little mute boy. Carved in the name of the one with black eyes, and after my husband was gone, given away as birthday gifts, I didn't want to live there anymore. So now, the husband was given away as birthday gifts, probably, because of the better bones. So now I'm old and don't have many to give my presents to. It's sifting through the garbage for granny rags, and feeding the little birdies that gather at my feet. No one wants to have tea, dearie, especially those rude louts on Bottle Street. Slackjaw and his boys, always meddling with an old woman just trying to make her way. In the end, we'll be together with him, you and me, in the dreary night with stars above and below, and always the one with the black eyes, dearie. I would have assumed that was the outsider because of the black eyes, but he also said, like, nah, that girl's crazy. So it might be someone else. Like, also basically did sound like she was, like, a normal person before they excavated something that, made her go a little cuckoo. Take a nap. I'll go to sleep now. Collecting valuables during missions allow you to buy supplies and upgrades. That's great. I forgot about the, like, no fall damage, but it doesn't really matter. We can use Blink to, I think, get rid of that problem. Martin is on his way to join the Loyalists, and Campbell's fate has thrown the Overseers into disarray. Coding a High Overseer's journal may reveal a number of strategic secrets, most notably the location of the rightful heir to the throne, Emily Caldwin. That basically was just a, spark notes of what we've done so far, but still kind of worth double reading it. I think depending on how many bone charms are in the next level, I'll figure out how I want to go about upgrading. Assuming this is the same.
Chapter 32. As yet I have said little of my brothers Morgan and Custis.
Never mind.
Twins they are, and 4 years senior to me. Morgan is the larger of the two brutes by a slight bit. From earliest memory they abused me in every way. I'm not the first to claim their elder siblings were cruel, but my suffering was unique, I promise you. At the tender age of 5, they tied me to the crib and set inside it assorted vipers they had collected over several weeks. My howls and my breathing were muffled by a blanket, and so it was hours before the nurse found me, barely alive. I had kicked a few serpents to a pulp and others had slithered away, but not before I'd been bitten a dozen times or more on my legs, arms, and face. The wounds kept me convalescing for months, while those two got away with barely a tongue lashing. Wallace! Bring me wine.
Recording darkly.
Tomorrow I will regale you with the special gift they gave me on my 10th birthday party.
I would love to be regaled if the Vipers was the first thing you wanted to talk about. What the hell, man? Okay, well, let's go To the Admiral's room then. Entries. Oh, he doesn't even have a thing. He got rid of his audio recorder completely. We read this? Yeah. No new books. We're gonna assume no new books.
You're lucky I keep you on.
Lucky? This place would fall apart in 10 minutes without me.
So...
Sneaky.
In any case, you can't dismiss me. I went through the books this morning and found 5 mistakes you've made.
Very well.
You're lucky I found them before the Admiral did.
Okay, that was the end of the conversation. You know what? I would love to just lean against the wall to signal that the conversation's over.
To report treasonous speech and actions. The state
It was a
depends on
milkmaid
you.
who started it. She took ill one morning after her chores, but the milk had already been delivered. That was all it took for them to wall the place off. Plague spreads fast.
Yeah. Again, I don't know who like starts a conversation like that, but interesting. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky.
It's a nice old pub. These beds have seen quite a bit of use, I can tell you.
Okay. Where am I going? Are we just going out front, I guess? I mean, there's an arrow. Alright, Admiral.
I know the Golden Cat. Not as a patron, mind you. I designed some specialized devices for them. I kept the blueprints, if anyone is curious.
Don't. I brought you tea as a courtesy to a colleague. I won't make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry, I only thought... Never mind what I thought. Thank you for the tea.
I have to get back to the Admiral. He has news for me.
Were you hitting on her?
Corvo, my friend, do you need ammunition or weaponry? Would you like me to craft something for you?
No, I want to see those blueprints. Or is that not for me here? God, that jump just feels weird. Ruiner bone charms near?
I'm getting a frequency reverberation that confounds some of my experiments. I suspect there are some kind of empty chambers beneath this building. In a district this old, anything is possible.
So like these chambers just magically appeared now? I mean, I guess I am holding a magical heart that talks, but... I never used that key. Doesn't seem like they're too, far away. Well, the question is, how do I actually get in there? There was, the chain in the actual pub, wasn't there? Probably ends up going lower. I think I never actually went down here. Need like a sewer key to get... Don't know why I thought that wrench was going to be something important. I don't know if... I'm assuming I would be able to get these somehow. I should reread the not reread, the autobiography. Audio biography. Nothing auto about it. That did not look like a thing I could, like, fish around. Samuel, how's it going?
Just waiting for my orders to come in, sir. You can count on me.
I always do. Your note, it sounded like was about this specifically. I just didn't really read it or listen to it.
I'm getting a frequency reverberation that confounds some of my experiments. I suspect there are some kind of empty chambers beneath this building. In a district this old, anything is possible.
It's not that not really helpful.
I built some of their specialized equipment at that bathhouse myself. Hydraulics, you know. Handled wrong, it could do some real damage.
Good to know. I didn't ask, though. The controller making noises is still freaking me out. Which I think is partially the idea, right? It's more in like an annoyance kind of way. I don't think I would be able to go around crazy like that. I don't know what I would be looking for as a way to get down there besides the sewer. Let's, at the very least, let's actually talk to who we need to talk to first.
Hello, Corvo. I expect Martin will be joining us shortly. I hate to start your day with such a strange matter, but the servants heard something last night, moving through the storm drains beneath the building. Most likely a weeper, the poor bastard. There's no hope for them once the plague gets that far along. Nothing more than a shuffling corpse full of sickness and insects, if you ask me. I'd appreciate you investigating, just to be sure it's not a nosy guardsman that's getting too close. Here's a key to the hatches. I'd send a servant down there, but they'd die of fear on the spot, I'm afraid. Maybe Piero can concoct some sort of sleep poison for your crossbow if you want to go that route.
I mean, I have sleep, but also, was this the key we needed? What's that? I can just, like, close it again? I think this is exactly where I want to go, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't spend too much time looking around. My first time actually seeing a Weeper, I guess. I'm just opening shortcuts down here. Mostly just for fun. Probably where I, yeah. It's all coming together now, baby. Like how I'm acting like the water's bad. Can I need to stop saves coming a little bit, but I'm just curious if I can knock them out. It's a bummer. As lame as it might be, just because this isn't much but a, like, Weeper tutorial, I, like, back off and come back in. I don't want to waste resources. I like that that's how we dealt with them. I knocked them out. They're not dead. I'm sorry, but I won't be here for the next meeting, or even again for that matter. What happened here was unnatural and makes me sick to recall. I left the results of our labors here for you to keep, but I expect that the rats will consume it before you return. Goodbye. Without the heart, I would not have known that was there. But it did make noises. I should have really been paying attention. But now we're good. See, so I mean, the fact is we got 2 extra ruins. If I didn't buy agility, I could have had 4. Would have been halfway done with that. Could have started with that one. Options. I assume we're fine going this way. Oh.
You went down there in the sewers? I thought I heard a Weeper in there earlier. You're probably the bravest man I've ever met. Overseer Martin has arrived. He's with Admiral Havelock now. They want to talk to you.
You can see under the map a little bit. Why were you standing right here and not at all surprised at me coming up this way? I'm assuming she would have been standing at, like, any of the, exits.
Dust here, dust there. Feels like the whole world is dusty.
Yeah.
Corvo, I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
I owe you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed. You've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo. Because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
We were
But
told
there's an
about
unfortunate twist. It appears
the
that
bath
Pendleton's
pumps.
own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons have to die. But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with. Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock. He's asked to brief you personally. I think it's best.
Okay. Like, I swear, these people just start walking from different directions. You were over here before, and now you're walking back over here? What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. That was rude of me.
Corvo, a moment if I may.
I like that we could actually just not.
Corvo, I've asked to speak to you myself. You see, I'm sending you to kill my older brothers, Morgan and Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard. Cruel beyond words.
Yeah, I heard about the Vipers.
Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted and quarantined for having the plague actually has the plague.
What?
I warned my brothers in every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels.
We're talking
They'll be
here.
protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
Wait, where did he even go? Very cool. Almost forgot to hold the controller up. I think we're ready to go. I don't think there's much we really need to do. Corvo, why do you hold your hand out like that all the time?
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
Alright, Samuel. Aim the heart of the person and use it to hear secrets. Thank you. I'm working on it. House of Pleasure. Loyalists believe that Emily is being held at the Golden Cat by the corrupt, aristocratic Pendleton brothers. These men are Lord Pendleton's despised older brothers, twins, and they are loyal to the tyrannical Lord Regent. Find Emily at the Golden Cat and eliminate Lords Custis and Morgan Pendleton.
I'll get you as close as I can to the Golden Cat, Corvo. You'll have to go the rest of the way on your own. The entrance is near Holger Square. The main thing is to make sure that little girl, Emily, gets back all safe and sure. Them two Pendletons are there, so I'm guessing there'll be a lot of guards. Slackjaw might have some ideas on helping you get inside the cat, if he don't kill you. This here's his territory. He and his Bottle Street gang hole up at the old Dunwall whiskey factory. They sell the elixir that folks use to fight off the plague. I'll lay low, but keep an eye out for you and the little lady you bring him back. Good luck to you. I know Emily must mean a lot to you.
Yeah, Samuel,
Be careful going up the street, Corvo. A river hand I know pulled up alongside me last night and said there's one of those watchtowers on Clavering now. I guess you getting rid of Campbell shook up the Lord Regent.
Samuel, I kind of fucked up with the Bottle Gang a little bit. I don't know if they'll like me. Also, I am feeling worse about... There's no, a lot of bones around, but no, whatchamacallits. Yo, what? Chaos! Your actions affect the city. High numbers of dust result in more rats and weepers. Different reactions from your allies and darker final outcomes. I love the difference. Like, it's like a normal day and oh no, that rat's yelling at me. What? Are those weepers? So I think in that instance, so like, yeah, that's mainly where the
Wonder if anyone would notice if this was gone.
Where the chaos meter comes into play. Not meter, chaos rating comes into play. I saw someone.
Huh?
Oh, it was you. You were pissing.
Huh?
Huh?
Damn.
No, that's not fair, dude. Come on, like multiple times. I don't take those ones. I don't take those ones. That's we just started. I don't take those ones. So even though I started with low chaos, or I did a lot of low chaos currently, I do believe that if there's a lot of weepers, that might be a
Be careful going up the street, Corvo. A river hand I know pulled up alongside me.
I know, Samuel. I'm sorry. That might be a direct result of me helping Granny Rags, because I did poison those elixirs, which again, a really bad thing for me to do. It basically did just lead to like normal people getting the plague. Not a great look for me. But you can't prove it was me. Also, A lot of the times I try to throw people up here because if I remember right, not that it matters at this spot, he'll be fine. He'll be okay. Not that it matters here, but I believe anyone you knock out, if they get killed by like rats or stuff, you will still count that as a kill from you.
Seen any more big rat swarms? Blow off.
Well, that's the tower.
Huh? Huh?
Is he hunting me or just hunting? So it kind of looks like there should be a smaller platform I could get up there. Although I might have missed my chance. I mean, I think the biggest thing is not to be seen by the spotlight. The way this thing turns kind of sucks, doesn't it? So that's rewiring, but if I just do that, then I guess that stops working. Rewiring, I think, would have outright allowed this to just start killing people. Which, as much as I said I'm willing to go willy-nilly, I really like still trying to be a little sneaky on it. Who keeps humming?
Huh?
Who? It's pissing me off. They're mostly all far off. It kind of looks like... I don't want to get too carried away. Ooh. Interesting. That looked like one of them assassin boys. Maybe save the game. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll get all like willy-nilly, I'll get like crazy with it. Not really doing that, am I? I think that worked. Did I hit that radiator too? What is up with this guy here? What hurt me? Oh, what did I get actually? Plague affinity, getting damaged by weepers gives a small amount of mana. That's weird. What's this guy doing in here? I didn't... I should have. Even if I'm not using them, they'd be worthwhile eventually. My main goal's definitely to get the shards. Yeah, why are these guys here? My assumption, I guess, would be that they were hired after I, dealt with your boy. I mean, you have to stop eventually, right? I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I would have that range, but worked out. I'm basically going towards the golden cat right now. I would like to see about Slackjaw.
Attention, Dunwall.
I don't know if they teleport around.
Campbell, formerly High Overseer, is no longer a citizen of Dunwall. He now bears the Heretics brand, and by one of the oldest traditions of the Abbey of the Everyman, it is now a minor criminal offense to offer this man aid or housing. In this time of spiritual crisis, the Overseers have initiated the Feast of Painted Kettles, until a new High Overseer is chosen.
I feel like I fundamentally just shouldn't be looking for these bone shards right now. Because, like, oh, I'm finding my way in the way that Slackjaw would tell me to go. I'm more than willing to commit right now, though. And by commit, I mean, like, hit that save button and...
How does it work? What? The Wall of Light? Isn't it a wonder? It's one of Sokolov's latest inventions. They say the idea came to him in a vision.
Yes, but do you know how it works?
I really couldn't say. But all the hairs on your body stand up when you walk through it. Keep your men from tampering with it.
I'd say maybe I shouldn't go this way.
Think you'll get your own squad after
I mean, so we can unpower it with that. That, I think, would be where we could rewire it so it would zap these guys. For now, let's, can I go in there? That was closed off before. Like, I had things over it. Stop.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. A mandatory whale oil ration is now in effect.
Stop. Sorry, I'm just saying what I hear when the powers are used.